Hello everybody, I am PIIKOK, and welcome to my Animal Crossing New Leaf Town Tour. So, this is a town that I designed myself. It is not finished, and I don't plan on finishing it until the new Animal Crossing game comes out. So once the new Animal Crossing game's out, I will probably recreate this town to the best of my ability, at least the theme of it. But we'll see how the new game is, so there's that. So the main reason I'm not going to finish it in this game is because I do not like the graphics of Animal Crossing New Leaf. They're not terrible by any means, but as a creative person, I just wish the graphics were a little more top-notch, if you get what I mean. Apologies for filming this with my webcam. I'm filming a screen with a webcam. I don't have any capture software or hardware for a Nintendo 3DS, so this is the best you're gonna get. Sorry about it. So without further babbling, let's get into the town. I'll let it speak for itself and I'll explain things along the way. So first off, you see my texture. Sorry for the throat clearing. It is my logo, my PIIKOK logo, and I made this through the texture design program, and yeah, a lot of dithering. I think it looks pretty close to the original, and I'm pretty happy with it. Moving on. Here's my town. It's gonna have some weeds. I haven't played in a while. It's been about a year. I spent about 2 months building this town, and yeah, got it to where it's at now. So my concept is to frame things with hedges, add a lot of dimension to the town, and just make it look a little more lively. So what I just walked through was my little park area. Built this using hedges and benches and just making like a nice little simple path system go in and out. Behind it, we have my little town area that I built. So the top left portion of my town is all dedicated to service buildings, so I can do different things. Got my town hall, and we got the good old cafe. Then we got our police station, and I built a little Tokyo tower here. I was gonna frame this with bushes, but like I said, town is unfinished. This was one of the first projects I did, was this fountain with the bushes surrounding it. Pretty happy with how that turned out. Pardon me. And then the final town building we have here is the good old junk store. What do you want to call it? I've spent so long. Retail. There we go. So I framed entering into town with these two bushes. So if you're coming from the south, there's your little gate entrance. Then I have a nice little path with fruit. We got Sherry hanging out there. So next thing I'm going to move into is my village, my neighborhood portion. So I got all the villagers to put their houses exactly where I wanted them. How I did this was I used an amiibo card, and I also placed tiles all over the map to influence the villagers' locations. So they would build a house in a certain area, and every day I would make a new character, roam around the town, make sure they were building a house where I wanted it, and if they were, I would save the game, and then they would keep the house there. It's a little bit of a loophole in the game, and I'm hoping Nintendo creates an easier method of doing this, because I would like to influence how my town is laid out. I do know people like the randomness, but I personally do not. So without babbling on further, that's pretty much my take on it. So these little tiles with the green and the brown, those are supposed to be where I wanted to put bushes. Fortunately, I never got around to that, but you can just imagine how the town was going to be laid out. And I would have bushes between the trees as well. So yeah, there's part of the village, and then the village extends all the way over here and goes all the way up. We have 3 houses here. And then up here, I didn't do much with this, but this is my tree. It's not very healthy looking, but yeah. That's my tree area. I was gonna put more time into that once I got everything else a little more finished up. Also, apologies for the throat clearing again. I'm recovering from a cold, so that's where I'm at. So next up, this waterfall. This was my main influence for creating a new town. My first town, which I sold to make this town, had a waterfall that went off the side, which I did not like. Every time I visited a friend's town, they had a front-facing waterfall, and I liked it, and I was jealous. So that was my main goal. Starting up a new town was to get this front-facing waterfall, and I finally got it, so I'm happy. Alright, last part of the town that I want to show you is the houses. I'm going to go up here, not take my paths. So I built my houses really close to the villagers, just to kind of give more of that neighborhood feel to it. So you'll notice this path I'm walking on is a kind of familiar if you've played the certain game that it's from. I'll go ahead and say it. It's the path from On It in Earthbound. It's used in a lot of other areas, but you'll probably recognize it from On It or On It. I don't know how to say that properly. So this house is supposed to be Ness's house. I never fully finished building or decorating it, but you kind of get the vibe I was going for here. If you were to look at a picture of Ness's house, you would see this. It's pretty close. But like I said, not finished and won't be, unfortunately. This is why I'm showing this off now. Moving on, we're going to go ahead and visit my main character's house, the mayor. I am very proud of this first room. This is my lobby, and it is vaporwave themed. Yay! So we've got the cool chill vibes here. We got tons of columns, tons of plants. Got the checkerboard floors, some aesthetics, got some old electronics, sky themed patterns. It's pretty cool. The rest of this tour is going to be of this house. I finished showing you the town, so there's that. I hope you like the town. There was a lot more I wanted to do with it, but like I said, not gonna be done. Here's my kitchen. Just going for that modern retro, sleek stainless steel kind of look. Just my aesthetic. Top room is going to be an unfinished entertainment, hangout, chill zone. Kind of like a loungy area. I really love this record player, and I hope it remains in the next Animal Crossing because it has that nice modern look. But it also is a throwback to the mid-century modern movement of the 60s. I like to do a mishmash of those two aesthetics. Not entirely like new modern, so that's where my aesthetic's at. So that that stereo like fits it perfectly. Next up, I am not going to show you this room. It's just a telephone in a big open room, so it's not really worth looking at. Going upstairs, I'm pretty proud of this room. Got my bedroom. So I put a glass divider behind the headboard, and behind that, I have my closet. So, you know, hang out here, put all the clothes on the tables. I wish there were more like closet options as far as like clothes storage goes. And then I also have some mannequins to show off my fresh looks. So there's my bedroom. I'm really proud of that. I will be utilizing that in the next game. Sorry, I keep flicking the screen with my finger. And the basement's not worth checking out. So yeah, that is my town tour / house tour. A few other things I didn't show you were my clothing designs that I created at Mabel and Abel's, or Sables, or whatever. But yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. This has been PIIKOK, and I hope you like my town. Take it easy.